Hey there fellow Minecrafters, welcome back to the Dracki series here. This is Jason and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. I'm in Minecraft 1.19.1 and I'm on the Java edition, and this should also help if you're on Bedrock as well, I believe. If it's not the same for Bedrock, I'll put a pinned comment on the video somewhere. But within this video, I'm going to be talking about custom name item commands in Minecraft, because in a standard Minecraft survival let's play, if you want to give custom names to items, you have to use an anvil like this. So as you can see, I can actually give a custom name of Dracki's diamond right here, and that will give me a custom name item. But the whole purpose of this video is to show you two commands in particular which have, are slightly different, but one might be used more than the other in certain situations, but they are pretty cool to know about in terms of their different applications and what they actually do. And I'm going to be trying to explain what the command is like, and they are actually pretty simple. And this can be done with any item in the game, and obviously this allows you to give or spawn items with a custom name without interacting with a block like an anvil and so on. Now the first command is like this, where basically it gives a whole stack of Dracki's diamonds directly to the player's inventory. And the other one is this one, which actually spawns a stack of item entities like this. And if I actually pick these up, you will see that these are also called Dracki's diamonds. So those are the two commands that we're going to be going through. So the first one gives the items directly with the custom name. And then the second one, which is slightly different, spawns item entities or a stack of items, and if you pick up that stack, then the items will have the custom name. So we're now going to jump into Notepad++, my text editor, so that I can show you the commands, and hopefully doing it by this method you guys will be able to learn a lot easier. Alright everyone, we're now in my text editor right here, and we're going to go through the first command right now, and that is going to be just the standard give command. So this allows us to give any item with any custom name, okay? And what we're going to do here is we're going to do /give, and then we're going to do @s. Now, @s means the entity that is summoning the command. So in this case, it's going to be us, because we're actually running the command. So that is why we're using @s in this case. We are then going to do Minecraft :diamond. So this is where you put the item ID of the item you want to give. So in this case, I'm doing diamond, but it might be anything else. It might be redstone. It might be a block of gold. Just make sure you find out the item ID before you actually start writing out the command. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to be using curly brackets right here and providing some data tags. So in order to do the custom name, we do as follows. Inside the curly brackets, we do display like that, and then what we do is name : and then single quotes, two single quotes like this, okay? And then inside the single quotes we're going to have some more curly brackets like this, and then as inside here we're going to do text in quotation marks, and then we're going to do a colon and then this bit right here. So this is where we're going to put the custom name for the item. Now, if you're using single quotes in this name tag right here, one thing to bear in mind is if you use an apostrophe in the name, you actually have to do it slightly different. So as you might be able to see here, I need to actually do this, where I have to do a backslash and then the apostrophe. And the reason why is because if I have that, it will confuse the syntax of the command. So if you do a backslash like that, it basically keeps this as a single quote, or in this case a apostrophe. So That right there is basically it. That is the data tag for the custom name. And then right at the end, I can actually put 64, which will give 64 items of that particular thing. Okay, so that is the first command. Pretty straightforward. Now, the other one that I was explaining about, where we're actually going to be summoning item entities instead, is obviously slightly different. It's not much more complicated, but there are like a lot more like syntaxy things you need to do with the tags and the command. But because we're going to be summoning entities, we're going to do a summon command in this case. And we are doing item entities, so we're going to do Minecraft:item. Now, what I did for my command in my particular case is when I've put the coordinates of where it's going to spawn the item or the item stack, I'm going to be using these tilde characters to say relative coordinates. And with me doing -5 right here, it's going to be spawning the item stack 5 blocks directly below me. Now, if you want the stack to spawn at your location, just do 3 tilde characters like that. But if you want to spawn it below you or to the side of you or whatever, then adjust the relative coordinates accordingly to what you want to actually do. Now, the next one right here is we need to do an item tag like this. So this is where we are now going to do the tags. So we're going to do an item tag, and within here, we're going to do ID and colon with some double quotes. And then this is where we set the item ID of the one we want to do. So in my case, I want to do diamond. We are then going to do count 64. So this is how we set how many items we want in the item entity or the item stack. And as soon as we've done the count, we're then going to do this. Now, you need to do tag colon and then more curly brackets like this. You then need to do display with some curly brackets like that, and then we end up doing a very similar thing to what we did in the previous command. So we're going to do name colon with single quotes like that, and then inside here we are then going to do the text like that colon, and then this is where we're going to put the name. So like I did previously, I need to do backslash single quote if I want to do an apostrophe, and then there. So that is indeed it. Okay, and basically this one's a bit more complicated because it has this additional tag enclosing data structure around it, but pretty much that is it, and that provides us with everything that we need to actually do. And it's the commands are very, very similar in nature, but obviously they do things in a slightly different way. So those are the 2 commands right there. And let's go back into the game so I can just provide a few comments on the commands. So those are the commands done, and I'm just going to give some very quick comments on when you should use each command, because obviously sometimes it's better to use it than others. And for example, if you want to give the item directly, what's a good thing with this is that if you want to do a transaction, that's a very good thing, or just, giving singular items. But if you want this idea that the item is a pickup of some kind, then it may be better to actually spawn the item entity there, because that actually makes the player have to actually pick it up in order to actually get those items. So it just depends on how you want to display it and how you want the player to interact with that particular item or item transaction or whatever it happens to be. Alright everyone, that's about it for this tutorial. Hopefully me using the text editor within this video helps you kind of understand the command a bit better, because sometimes doing it in the command window or in command blocks can be a little bit annoying. So hopefully you found that useful. But if you did enjoy this video and learn something new, then please give a like and subscribe on the channel. It'd be very much appreciated, and click the notification bell so you're notified of any future videos. I hope to reach 20,000 subscribers as as my next goal. It'd be absolutely amazing if I could hit that. So please show your support. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.